For the last 10 years, the tech industry operated on a simple assumption: bigger is better. You build a massive platform, centralize everything, and capture the entire market. But we are starting to see the first fissures in that monolithic design. When thousands of schools rely on a single centralized platform, like the Canvas learning management system, it creates a single point of failure. In 2026, hackers exploited that concentration of data to exfiltrate 275 million educational records, effectively exposing a population the size of the United States in a single breach. This structural vulnerability is appearing alongside a leadership earthquake at Google. Demis Hassabis, the Nobel laureate who led Google DeepMind for 15 years, has stepped down as CEO. Simultaneously, 27-year veteran Jeff Dean left his chief scientist role to launch an independent research firm. This movement away from the center contradicts a decade of growth strategy. The prevailing logic was to amass as much talent and data as possible under one roof to create a sprawling, all-encompassing ecosystem. But the current reality is testing that logic. Extreme scale has created massive security targets and internal bureaucracies that struggle to retain top-tier talent. Visionaries like Dean are increasingly seeking autonomy in smaller, more focused environments. When the price of scale includes catastrophic data losses and a leadership brain drain, the industry must look for a more resilient path forward. We can see this transition clearly in the hardware market. AMD recently moved to acquire Talus, a startup that is abandoning the flexibility of general-purpose chips for something much more rigid. Most AI processors are flexible, constantly fetching data from memory. Talus physically etches specific AI models directly into the silicon. Instead of loading weights from a memory bank, the data flows through a fixed circuit optimized for one specific task. This design choice creates a massive performance gap. By sacrificing the ability to update or change the model on the chip, Talus can deliver inference speeds 10 times faster while dramatically lowering power costs. Software is following this lead. Redis, a database used by millions of developers, just released version 8.0 featuring a new structure called vector sets. AI applications represent information as complex vectors to perform similarity searches. By integrating vector sets, Redis has taken a popular general-purpose tool and optimized it specifically for this one high-demand AI workload. At both the silicon and the software levels, the industry is trading away one-size-fits-all flexibility to gain hyper-optimized, task-specific efficiency. The gaming industry is facing its own version of this struggle. Betting a studio's entire survival on a few $100 million blockbusters has become an unsustainable liability for many publishers. THQ Nordic is countering this trend with a high-diversity strategy. Their latest showcase featured 29 different titles, ranging from hunting simulations to SpongeBob SquarePants. Rather than relying on a single mega-hit to float the company, this approach distributes financial risk across several underserved niches. If one game underperforms, the others provide a buffer. Nintendo is using a similar focus to dominate the hardware market. In less than 18 months, the Switch 2 has already sold over 23 million units, surpassing the lifetime sales of the original GameCube. Nintendo didn't achieve this by chasing the raw graphical power of its competitors. They focused on their specific digital ecosystem and a high software attach rate, proving that a targeted audience is often more valuable than a generalized one. In modern entertainment, diversifying risk and dominating specific niches is becoming a more viable survival strategy than building a single, overpowered monolith. This fragmentation is a calculated response to the economic and operational risks of centralization. The industry is moving away from a one-size-fits-all philosophy and toward a reality where the primary goal is choosing the right tool for a specific job. Educational institutions and large enterprises are observing the fallout from the Canvas breach and moving toward decentralized multi-vendor systems to prevent total system failure from a single hack. Similarly, companies running AI at scale are proving they will hardwire their infrastructure into rigid silicon if it means saving millions on infrastructure and energy. As these markets mature, sheer size and speed are no longer the ultimate competitive advantages. The winners of the next decade likely won't be the companies that try to do everything for everyone. They will be the ones that identify a specific need and build the perfect specialized tool to meet it.